Lateesha, and this is Aaliyah, and today we will be explaining to y'all about how these certain documents help influence and shape the American government that we have today. To start off, we will be explaining to y'all about the Great Awakening. The Great Awakening happened during the 1730s and 1740s, and it was a great revolution that spread throughout the colonies. It de-emphasized the importance of church doctrine and instead put a greater importance on the individual and their spiritual experience.
Why did the Great Awakening occur? The Great Awakening arose at a time when man in Europe and the American colonies were questioning the role of individuals in religion and society. It began at the same time as the Enlightenment, which emphasized logic and reason and stressed the power of individuals to understand the universe based on scientific law.
John Edwards was a person that played an important part in the Great Awakening. John Edwards was a key to American revolution during this time. He preached for close to 10 years in New England. He emphasized on the personal approach to religion. He also broke the Puritan tradition and called for unity amongst all Christians as opposed to intolerance. His most famous sermon was Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God, delivered in 1741. In this sermon, he explained that salvation was a direct result from God and could not be attained by human works as Puritans preached.
Who was George Whitefield? Whitefield was a second important figure during the Great Awakening. Unlike Edwards, Whitefield was a British minister who moved to colonial America. He was known as the Great Illiterate because he traveled and preached all around North America and Europe between 1740 and 1770. He led to many conversations. The Great Awakening spread from North America to the European continent. But did you read them?
The significance of Great Awakening. Following our significant facts to remember about the Great Awakening, it pushed individual religious experience over established church doctrine, thereby decreasing the importance and weight of the clergy in the church in many instances. New denominations arose or grew in numbers as a result of the emphasis on the individual faith and salvation. It unified the American colonies as it spread through numerous preachers and rivals. The unification was greater than had ever been achieved previously in the colonies.
This is the part we were supposed to do the other one.
Charles de Montesquieu was a French lawyer, a man of letters, and a political philosopher. He is credited as being among the progenitors. His most influential work was dividing France into three classes, the monarchy, the aristocracy, and the commons. He believed in two types of governmental forms of power existing, the suffragan and the administrative. The administrative powers were the executive, the legislative, and the judicial.
Petitioner rights require monarchs to obtain parliament approval before levying new taxes. Monarchs could not unlawfully imprison people, force citizens to house soldiers in their home, or establish military rule during times of peace.
The Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights are our first 10 amendment. It was originally 12, but when they got it ratified, they only ratified 10 of them. It protects rights such as freedom of speech, press, and religion, as well as due process. The point of the Bill of Rights protects the freedom and liberties of the citizens.
Thomas Hobbes advocated self-rule and limited government. Said without government, people would find themselves in a war against all. He was an English philosopher. He developed some of the fundamentals of European liberal thoughts, the right of the individual, the natural equality of all men, and artificial chapter of political order.
John Locke was also a person that played a part in shaping our American government. John Locke wrote, "Where there is no law, there is no freedom." He claimed that the legislature is the most powerful branch of government because it makes the laws. He was an English philosopher as well as a physician. He is regarded as one of the most influential of Enlightenment thinkers and is known as the father of classical liberalism.
in the air. Shoulder sideways, smack it,